Hello everyone, Oz here from Fantastic Forum, giving you another look at my package, and today we're going to look at this beautiful Tifa Lockhart statue. Now when I ordered this at the end of 2021, to me this was one of the better looking of the custom Tifa Lockhart statues, and you're pretty much only going to find customs out there. Square Enix doesn't generally license their stuff very often, not for something this size, and when they do, they end up coming out to be $13,000. So, as far as the customs go, this at the time was what I thought one of the better ones, but it didn't come without its controversies. And let's take a look. So one box, it was a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. The dog is there for size reference. Here's your art box when you open it up. White foam container, double strap, and it came in 2 layers. Here's the first one. There you can see the different bodies. And the second layer is the base and all its little things. It also came with this little metal card. They made 198 of these. I got number 182. So starting from the bottom, I like the broken church building look that they put. These windows, these stained glass windows, actually look a little bit plasticky. It's not as bad in real life, but with the lights and the camera, they really look like plastic. The flowers look nice. They're a little bit big for the scale, but they're there for artistic purposes, I guess. And they're held on by magnets. As we go up the statue, we see the other stained glass that's kind of broken and scattered. This one looks a little bit better because it looks a lot more like glass in the bottom layer. The skirt could have been a little bit more textured to really give it more of a leathery look. Under certain lights, it does kind of give off a little bit of a plasticky look. The suspenders definitely look plasticky. They did a better job with the shirt and the gloves. You can see a lot more texture in the gloves, really makes them look leathery. And the shirt, when I bought it, I thought the shirt was gonna be white but dirty, but it's a gray shirt. And we get to the face. The face is really good looking. The hair is a little bit plasticky. It looks like a plastic wig on top of her. It's not anything too bad. There's a lot worse out there. Okay, so there's your main Tifa statue. Now this does come with this other option of a nude version. I'm not ever gonna display the nude version. I really I just can't. But one of the reasons that I got this statue is because it did offer that separate version, and again, not because I'll ever display it, but because what usually happens is for these statues, because some people do like the nude versions and they can display them and enjoy them. Look, that's you. I just can't do it. But what tends to happen is that it'll be nude, and it'll have cloth clothes that you have to dress her, and that's always a little. I don't like mixed media to begin with, and just because the cloth, it's gonna at some point start to fall apart faster than the actual statue will. So that's one of the things I didn't like. The other option that I've also seen is they'll do something where the clothes are like just a plastic separate piece, and so like the skirt would snap on, and a lot of times where it snaps on, it's open. There's a seam, and then if through time, temperature, humidity, whatever, it just doesn't fit right. Sometimes it's a huge roll of dice. I think it would bother me to see not only the seam there, but then if Mercury goes into retrograde or something and it starts coming apart or doesn't snap all the way in, it would bug me so much. So I like that they have the option of the second body. I think this one you can get it both just this statue with or without the nude body. I don't know if you can get the nude without the main statue, and the price difference isn't even that much. I want to say it was like $50-$60, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but for those of you that do want to display this one, I don't know how well it's showing up with the camera because skin is very reflective of the lights, and from my monitor, I'm just seeing like you might as well be a ghost, and which is another problem with the nude ones, is I think the color actually breaks up the way the light hits it, and to me, I'll always prefer those, even if I was able to display this. But for those of you wondering, so her arms actually do cover the boobs a little bit. I think the boobs are bigger because in the regular statue, they're round, there's a gap, and then it's her arm. Here they're like flattened. It's weird to describe it with. I wish I could just show it. I mean, the nipples are there, but they're flattened. So I think they made the boobs bigger on this one, which a lot of guys prefer. Anatomically, it's actually very, very well done. For those of you wondering, the skin tone matches the rest of the body, and the center inner portion is a bright pink, is the best way I can describe it. It's a good looking statue. It's just I can't display it. But as far as the other attachments, the hands are exactly the same. I actually thought when I opened the box that they had switch out options for the hands, and no, they're exactly the same. In fact, what's actually different is where they key in. So those hands will only fit that statue, and the other ones will only fit this other statue. But they're the exact same. Like there's nothing different between those hands and the ones that go on this other statue. It's a weird thing, but that's how it is. So getting back to the main statue, it makes me a little nervous that she kind of wiggles a little bit. There's only one peg on this foot, which is probably a good thing, because if you saw my Aerith review, the back foot had its own peg and it never lined up. So she makes me nervous sometimes too. Other than that, nicely painted. I think it looks good. I talked about my issues with the stained glass at the bottom. Some of the controversies with these is some people were mad that there's no stocking. She has the black stockings, and that the shirt isn't wide enough. That's why I kind of thought it was just dirty at first from battle, but no, it's gray. So some people had an issue with that, and like really huge issue. My only issues are there's a seam where the head connects to the neck, but that's something I'm seeing from here because I'm kind of looking up. The eyes I really like, except the one out here, the left eye, is very, very nice. It looks like it could almost be glass. I think it might be a sticker that they put some kind of acrylic over to make it reflective, but whatever they did, it looks really good. My only issue with the eyes is actually that the right eye is not as glossy as the left, and that, again, that's something you like really got to be up close to see, because when she's posed, when she's displayed and the light hits her, you're gonna get the reflection off of this one, and I guess the other one's supposed to be kind of in shadow for the eyes, so it's not a big deal. I'm just being nitpicky so you know what to expect. These potions were kind of a issue with some people. It's red and green. They just looked weird. And I think the other thing I heard is there are no material slots on her gloves. This earring up here actually, when I picked up the head, like immediately snapped. It took me a few minutes to find it, but if I hadn't found it, it wouldn't have been too bad because then it just looks like she's wearing a stud earring. So that was fine. But I found it, and I, a little drop of crazy glue, and it's on there. I don't expect it to fall off. It's not like it's heavy, but that's something to watch out for if you do get the statue and you pick up the head. Just be very careful. And after that snapped off, all these little hairs coming out, like I was just nervous about touching them because they're thicker, so they shouldn't snap off. But at that point, you're just paranoid. These vines were a little bit weird to put on, but other than that, everything goes on pretty sturdy. It's got some strong magnets, like this one. Like actually, really, it wiggles a little bit, but the magnet really holds it in, which makes me wish they had put magnets under her feet, because like I said, she does kind of wiggle a little bit. That's fine. She's not going to be spinning around or being manhandled too often, so I think all in all I'll be okay. So it's the end of 2022, and yeah, I still think this is one of the better Tifa statues out there on the market today. They make so many of these that, look, it could change next month, it could change next year. I don't know, but for now, I'm happy with this. Like I said, one of the better ones. And if you want one of these, I'm pretty sure they're still available. They made almost 200 of them. I don't know how many are left, how many of them are just the statue, or how many are that with the nude option. So if you don't think this is one of the better Tifa statues, then put down in the comments. Let me know what you think is a better looking statue than this. So until the next one, don't forget we stream live every Wednesday afternoon, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and there's Mountain Time in there, and you get the point. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and you can chat on either one. We'll get your comments, we'll read them on the air. Have a discussion with us. We're talking comic books, movies, TV shows, collectibles if you want. So if you disagree with anything, leave your comments below. Like, subscribe. I read all the comments normally, and yeah, let us know what you think. Until then, go read some comics.